Namaste. Which of the following statement is less are not true? Teaching is just enough. Teachers can be trained only teachers are born. The main aim of classroom teaching is to develop inquiring mind. Teaching in higher education implies helping students to learn. Teaching will be effective if the teacher starts from what students know already, which is the most desirable outcome of teaching. Increase the level of independent thinking of students. Education is a powerful instrument of social transformation, personal transformation, cultural transformation. The main objectives of teaching at higher education is to develop the capacity to take decisions. Which one of the following teachers would you like the most? Having research aptitude. Which of the following statements is correct? Communication should have fine sense. The main aims of teaching is to develop only reasoning, to develop only thinking. By the quality of teaching is reflected. The quality of teaching is reflected by the quality of questions asked by the students. A teacher should have knowledge of latest development in his research subject area and cover and over his research subject content in order to make teaching effective. Before explaining the need of the topic, it is important to get the attention of the attention of the learners. The most significant component of effective teaching is teachers' effort to foster learning and understanding. The most important objective of teaching is to facilitate students when it comes to construction of knowledge and understanding. Teaching helps in transmitting the social values and ideas to the young minds. In the overall growth of a student who plays an important role, teacher, that education is the manifestation of perfection already in man was stated by Swami Vivekananda. Effective teaching is a function of teachers making students learn and understand. While delivering lecture, if there is some disturbance in the class, a teacher should motivate to teach those causing disturbance. Teaching aptitude means love for profession. Effective teaching comprises of both the teacher and the students are active. Teaching helps in transmitting the social values and ideas to the young minds. Failure of a teacher to communicate his ideas well to the students may result in increased classroom indiscipline, loss of students' interest in topic being taught, increased number of absentees in the class. The most important quality of a good teacher is sound knowledge of subject matter. If a parent approaches the teacher to do some favor to his lesser ward in the examination, the teacher should refuse politely and formally. The academic performance of students can be improved by if parents are encouraged to supervise the work of their wards. In every classroom situation, there is likely to be frequent teacher-student dialogue. Which of one of the following statement is correct? Curriculum include both formal and informal education. According to Swami Vivekananda, the teacher's success depends on his professional training and creativity. Which of the following teachers will be liked most? A loving teacher. Interaction inside the classroom should generate ideas. A teacher can be successful if she presents the subject matter in a well-organized manner. Which of the following qualities is most essential for a teacher? He should have patience. Suppose a student wants to share his problems with his teacher and he visits the teacher's house for the purpose. The teacher should extend reasonable help to boost his morale. Most important, the teacher. Student communication is utilitarian. Aptitudes, actions, and appearances in the context of classroom communication are non-verbal. Which one of the following is considered as a sign of a motivated teaching? Students asking questions. Teachers' role in higher education promote self-learning in students. At the primary school stage, most of the teachers should be women because they know basic content better than men. Identify the important element in a teacher has to take cognizance of while addressing students in the classroom. Voice modulation created the handicap of the students coming to the educational institutions, created the demand of the teacher. In a classroom, a communicator's trust level is determined by eye contact. As a good classroom communication, you are supposed to know your artful pauses, What is more desirable in a classroom? A teacher delivering a lecture on the basis of extent his own research. While presenting your ideas in the classroom, it is suited to recognize that the, there can be other views, recognize that students are not a homogeneous mass, take dissecting views also in consideration. The most important challenge before a teacher is to make teaching learning process enjoyable. Psychological aspects of the classroom are best managed by the class teacher. An effective teacher will ensure competition or cooperation as the situation demands. A new teacher to start with will have to establish a rapport with the students. Which of one of the following is a key behavior in effective teaching? Instructional variety. The basic requirement to teach efficiently is master over the topic, mastery over different strategies of teaching, mastery over technology. If students do not understand what is taught in the classroom, the teacher should feel to explain it in a different way. A teacher will become an effective communicator if he helps the students get meaning of what he teaches. An ideal situation in a classroom would be where the a teacher comes fully prepared to deliver his lecture. Teachers and students the discusses the subject. A teacher in a classroom has immediate control over the self-selected methods of communication and the message. Which one of the following is appropriate in respect of teacher-student relationship? Cordial and respectful. Which of the following is not a prescribed level of teaching? And differentiation. The student who keep asking questions in the classroom should be encouraged to find answers immediately, independently. The viewers Stehen School of Understanding was popularized by German social scientists. Which of the following is the most important single factor in underlying the success of being as a teacher? Personality and its ability to relate to the class and to the pupils. One of the most powerful effective teaching effectiveness is related to educational system. A person can enjoy teaching as a profession when he commands respect from students. Teachers who are passionate in the classroom from transactions involve their students in the teacher learning process. Success of the teacher profession depends upon growth of both learners and teachers through the teaching learning process. Those teachers are popular among the students who help them resolve their problems. The primary responsibility of the teacher's adjustment lies with the principal. Which one of the following is the most important quality of a good teacher? Content mastery and reactive. A successful teacher is one who is compassionate and disciplinarian. The primary duty of the teacher is to help all-round development of the students. A teacher's most important challenge is to make teaching learning process enjoyable. A teacher can establish rapport with his students by impressing students with the knowledge and skill. A teacher is said to be fluent in asking questions if he can ask meaningful questions. On the first day of the class, if a teacher is asked by students to introduce himself, he should tell them about him in brief. If the students do not understand what is taught in the class, the teacher should teach the lesson again, citing suitable examples. The best way to react to a wrong answer given by a student is to help explain why the answer is wrong. When a student asks a question to which the teacher has no direct to correct answer, he should tell the students that he would give the correct answer later. A teacher in the class should keep the pitch of his voice high enough. The best educational program is one which is firmly keeping in mind ability of the child. If the majority of the students in your class are weak, then as a prime teacher you should keep your teaching slow and give extra guidance to bright pupils to stop the malpractice of teaching in the examinations. What step should be taken by the teacher? Explain the moral values and values attached to the event. If you get an opportunity to teach a differently able student along with normal students, what type of treatment would you give it? Arrange a seat in the front row and teach at a pace convenient to the students. Moral values can be effectively inculcated among the students The teacher talks of gods and goddesses, when a normal student behaves in an erratic manner in the class, you would pull up the students then and there. If for an efficient and durable learner should have desired level of ability and motivation. The students learn best by doing. Some students in a class exhibit great curiosity for learning. It may be because children are gifted. Such children are gifted. The most appropriate meaning of learning is modification of behavior. The learner always appreciate a concise and stimulating lecture. Learners can learn more effectively by actively participating. Learners should not be encouraged to memorize all the answers to the questions which the teacher may ask. The students can be asked and classified into 4 types on the basis of their learning. Which one of the following 6 meaning and reasoning to their learning? Analytical learner. Which of the following learner characteristics is highly related to the effectiveness of teaching? Prior experience of the learner. Verbal guidance is least effective in the learning of skills. Which is the highest order of learning? Condition reflects learning. Which of the following is not an aspect of learning? Sensitization of nerves. The period of adolescence is also known as the period of stress and strain. Which is known as the period of stress and strain. What type of behavior is it unwanted from the learners at that period? Silence and hush-hush polish. The ability to learn by an individual is occurred from within. A teacher's major contribution towards the maximum self-realization of the student is affected through sensitivity of express mind, goals, and purposes. The type of communication that the teacher has in the classroom is termed as group communication. Dynamic approach to teaching means students should be required to learn through activities. Which is the least important factor in teaching? Punishing the students. Which of the following statements is correct? Syllabus is a part of curriculum. Discussion in the classroom will be more effective if the topic of classroom is informed to the students in advance. The teacher can achieve maximum involvement of the students in developing the lesson through the discussion method. Even if a seminar or conference is being conducted in your city concerning education, what will you do? I shall seek the permission of the principal. Better classroom management means effective group work and interaction among the students, proper planning and preparation in advance, developing suitable teaching aids, punctuality of teachers, and ability to complete course in time. For maintaining an effective discipline in the class, the teacher should deal with them politely and formally. Research has shown that the most frequent symptoms of nervous system instability among teachers is explosive behavior. Effective teaching depends upon knowledge of a teacher. Teachers who are passionate in the classroom transactions involve their students in teaching learning process. A good teacher is one who inspires students to learn. A good teacher must be resourceful and participative for organizing an effective teaching learning system. Which one of the following combinations of these statements would reflect the most appropriate concern? Select from the quotes to indicate your answer. Determining what will be the intended learning outcome, deciding on as to what strategy and tactics will be used, determining the evaluation tools to be used, assessing the prior academic excellence of the learner. Which of the following factor does not impact teaching? Socioeconomic background of teacher and students, attitudes of the teacher that affects teaching pertains to effective domain. Internal and external factors that affect message reception by the student in the classroom are referred to as noise. What are the required for good teaching? Diagnosis, remedy, direction, feedback. Spare the rod and inspire the child. Give the message that undesirable behavior must be punished. When some students are deliberately attempting to disturb the discipline of the class by making mischief, what will be your role as a teacher? giving them an opportunity for introspection and improve their behavior. Which of the following will not hamper effective communication in the classroom? A precise statement. The essence of an effective classroom environment is a lively student-teacher interaction. Classroom communication must be student-centric. The teacher has glorified by the friend, philosopher, and guide because he transmits the high values of humanity to the students. Each of the following learner characteristics are likely to influence the effectiveness of teaching aids and evaluation system to ensure positive results. Learners' maturity level, academic performance level, and motivational dispositions. Which among the following can make a class more effective? Keeping students relaxed while teaching, while planning instructional procedures. What would be your goal to achieve all the development goals? Which combination of methods of teaching is likely to optimize learning? Interactional lecture session followed by budget sessions, brainstorming, and projects. Good teaching is best affected by meaningful questions asked by students. To maintain an interaction among the students in class, teachers should make maximum use of teaching aids, discuss, ask questions intermittently. In the classroom, the teacher sends the message either as word or image. The students are really decoders. Diagram speaks more than 1,000 words. The statement means that the teacher should use teaching aid in the class. If you get an opportunity to teach a visually challenged student along with normal students, what type of statement would you like to give him in the class? Arrange a seat in the front row and try to teach at a pace convenient to him. Which of the following is not instructional material? Transparency. Books can be a powerful source of communication provided the maximum in Hindi. The medium is provided the medium is Hindi. As regards the use of blackboard in the class, what arrangement should be made for the student with weak eyesight? They should be given front seats. The blackboard can be utilized best by a teacher for writing the important and notable points. Questioning in teaching is most useful in ensuring active participation of learners in the class. Who among the following propounded the concept of paradigm? Thomas Kuhn. Technique used by teacher to teach include lecture interaction, lecture, group work, self-study. Which of the following should a teacher adopt in a lecture? Precise and heightened. The technology is essential in education because it makes teaching effective and efficient. The lecture method is an effective way to introduce new information concepts. The lecture as a teaching method can be more effective if a teacher teaches the content of the lecture with appropriate examples from other disciplines. Which of the following is considered to be the oldest teaching method? Lecture method. The lecture method is used when a teacher is dealing with large group while delivering a lecture. If there is some disturbance in the class, the teacher should not bother about what is happening in the class. Which of the following statements is not correct? Lecture method can be developed reasoning. Maximum participation of students during teaching is possible through inductive method. Demonstration refers to teaching method in which learners are provided with an opportunity to observe for themselves an object or processes that they wish to learn. If the focus of teaching learning is to increase skills, the most suitable method of teaching would be demonstration. Which one of the following is the best method of teaching? Demonstration. Team teaching has the potential to develop the habit of supplementing the teaching of each other. Which of the following methods of teaching encourages the use of maximum senses laboratory method in order to promote direct learning? Which of the following methods would be best suited? Project method. Micro teaching is most effective during preparation of teaching practice. Which of the one of the following is a scaled down teaching method? Micro teaching. Maximum participation of a student is possible in teaching through discussion method. The best method of teaching is to initiate best method of teaching is to initiate a discussion and participate in it. In which teaching method learners participation is made maximum optimal and proactive? Discussion method can be used when the topic is difficult. Discussion in class will be more effective if the topic of discussion is informed to the students in advance. Swayam online method of teaching was launched in the year 2017. Swayam Prabha is an online learning platform in which consists of how many TV channels? 32 MOOCs. Was set up in which year? 2008. For a teacher, which of the following method would be correct for writing on the blackboard. Writing the important point as clearly as possible. Choose the correct option. Teacher can be assisted by computer-aided education. The teacher introduces a mathematical formula and rules by following a video. The teacher gives a lot of meaningful examples to demonstrate the implication. It is inductive math approach. Instruction aid are used by the teacher to clarify the concepts. Teaching aid can help teachers to make teaching interesting. An effective teaching aid is one which activates all faculties. Visual aids provide stimulation through seeing with the eyes. Which of the following does not belong to a projected at blackboard? Teacher uses visual aid to make learning interesting. TV is superior to radio as a teaching aid because it invites two senses, hearing and vision, simultaneously, leading to more accurate form of learning. Audio aids provide stimulation through hearing with the ears. The spatial audio reproduction in a classroom can reduce the students' cognitive load in understanding which of the following belongs to a projected blackboard. Use of radio for higher education is based on the presumption of everybody having access to a radio set. You are planning to teach human anatomy. The most suitable teaching in head would be to show them MS PowerPoint presentation and video depicting locations and functions of part of the human body. A teacher uses audio visual aids and physical activities in her teaching project. They utilize maximum number of senses to enhance learning. A smart classroom is a teaching space which has smart portion and with a touch panel control system, PC laptop connection and DVD visual player, document camera and specialized software projector and screen. The use of teaching aid is justified on the ground of effective engagement of students in learning. She asks which of the following is a teaching aid. Working model of windmill tape recorder, 16 film projector. Use of telecast materials enhances concentration and learning. Audio authentic materials used in the classroom as teaching aids are materials taken from unauthorized sources. Diagnostic evaluation ascertain causes and remedies of persistent learning problems during instructions. Achievement tests are commonly used for the purpose of assessing the amount of learning after teaching. Which of the following is not a characteristic of a good achievement test? Ambiguity. By which of the following method the true evaluation of the student is possible? Continuous evaluation. In teaching, the most effective method of evaluation is continuous and comprehensive evaluation through the term. Which of the following is the highest level of cognitive ability evaluating? Evaluation of learning outcomes means making judgment on the basis of gathering evidence related to students' learning. Which of the following indicates evaluation? Ram got 45 marks out of 200. Ram Mohan got 38% marks in English. Sam got first division in the final examination. The main objective of the students' evaluation of teachers are to make teachers take teaching seriously, to help teachers to route innovative method of teaching, to identify the area of further improvement in the teacher's trait. Which of the following is the most important characteristic of open book examination? It compels the students to think. Which one of the following types of evaluation assesses the learning progress? To provide continuous feedback to both teachers and students during the instruction. Formative evaluation. The purpose of formative evaluation is to accelerate the students' learning performance on the basis of summative tests. The teacher is interpreting his or her students' performance in terms of their wellness lifestyle to evident in behavior. This will be called criterion difference testing. Which one of the following statements is correct in the context of multiple choice type questions? They are more objective and true false type questions. Sometimes tests are taken without prior notice. What is their use? Surprise tests help in correct evaluation of students' knowledge. Good evaluation of written material is not based on which of the following combination of subjects. Research is working in a scientific way to search for the truth of any problem. A test of research aptitude for the candidate of using it aimed at screening the person having scientific bent of mind, who said the research is a systematic effort to gain new knowledge, judgment, and more. Which of the following is the objective of research? To gain familiarity with the phenomenon and achieve new insight into it, and to determine the frequency with which something occurs, to describe an unexplained origin of knowledge. Which of the following statement is research objective can be worded in a statement form? The depth of any research can be judged by the objective of the research. A research paper can be published in more than one journal. Which is the main objective of research? To discover new facts or to make fresh interpretation of non-facts. Which of the following is the characteristics of an achievement research? Validity, credibility, objectivity. Sine qua non essential elements of a good research is well-formulated hypothesis. Which of the following is not a characteristic of research? Research is not a process. A piece of research is a product of penetrating an analytical mind. Research can be conducted by a person who possesses thinking and reasoning ability. Research can be classified as basis, applied and action research, quantitative and qualitative research, philosophical, historical survey, and experimental research. Which research is primarily concerned with finding out what is or what was. Descriptive research. In which of the following research manipulation is always a part? Descriptive research. A researcher attempts to evaluate the efforts of the methods of teaching on an anxiety proneness of children. Which method of research would be appropriate for this? Post facto method. A researcher intends to explore the effect of possible factors for the organization of effective midday meal interventions. Which research method will be most appropriate for this study? Ex post facto method. Which of the following is the most appropriate about ex post facto research? The research is carried out after the incident. Which of the following research the researcher attempts to trace an effect? Ex post facto research. This research is a process of critical inquiry into past events. Historical research to find out the solution for the betterment of tribal community in India is an example of which research historical attributes of objects, events, or things which can be measured are called variables. Which type of research concerns itself with the cause-effect relationship? Analytical. The research approach of Max Weber to understand how people create meaning in the natural setting is identified as interpretive diagram. To search measures to reduce the absentee rate among employees of a company is the example of which type of research. Analytical. Which research measures the level of association or relationship between two or more variables? Correlational. Which research is conducted for those problems which have not been researched before? Explanatory. Which research is conducted for such problems which have not been clearly defined? Exploratory. Which of the following is the use of factorial analysis in research to reduce many variables to manageable few? In order to prepare a research report, the quality desired in a research is mental balance, scientific attitude, skill-oriented capabilities. The conclusions / findings of which type of research can be generalized to the other situation. Experimental research. The process not needed in experimental research is content analysis. Which research has the purpose to study the cause and effect relationship? Experimental research. The experimental research are based on manipulation of the variables. Empirical research is based on direct experience of the researcher, direct observation of the researcher. Fundamental research reflects the ability to expound new principles. The research that applies the law at the time of field study to draw more and more clear ideas about the problem is applied research. The principles of fundamental research are used in applied research. The research that applies the law at the time of field study to draw more and more clear ideas about the problem is applied research. The term associated with the theory and the method of interpretation of human action in social sciences is hermeneutics. The research that aims at immediate application is action research. The principal of a school conducts an interview session of teachers and students with a view to explore the possibility of their enhanced participation in school programs. This endeavor may be related to which type of research. Action research. Which of the following research type focus on the ameliorating the prevailing situation? Action research. The research stream of intermediate application is action research. The paradigm of research which focus on the development of a professional expertise of the researcher practitioner is called action research. Which of the following statement is not true in context of participatory research? It emphasizes on the people as experts when planning to do when planning to do as social research. It is better to approach the topic with an open mind. Which of the following is classified in the category of development research, philosophical research, action research, descriptive research? Which of the following approaches is are famous among sociological researchers? Analytical approach, positive analytical approach, post-positivism approach. In the positivism approach, which method is mainly used? Scientific. Which sequence of research steps is logical in the list given below? Problem formulation, hypothesis making, development of research design, collection of data analysis, and formulation of generalization and conclusions. Which of the following sequences of research step in to scientific method? Perceiving the problem, locating the actual problem and its definition, hypothesizing, reducing the consequences of the suggested solution, and testing the hypothesis. The first step of research is finding a problem. Which one of the following is not a type of problem? Longitudinal problem. The research problem is selected from the standpoint of researcher's interest. When a research problem is related to the heterogeneous population, the most suitable method is stratified sampling. Which of the following activities best indicate the cycling nature of action research strategy? Plan, act, observe, reflect. Which of the following is an initial mandatory requirement for pursuing research? Developing a research design. In a research on the effect of child rearing practices on stressfulness of child in completing their school projects, the hypothesis formulated is that child rearing practices do influence stressfulness. At the data analysis stage, a null hypothesis is advanced to find out the sustainability of research hypothesis on the basis of the evidence available. The null hypothesis is rejected at 0.01 level of significance. What decision may be warranted in respect of the research hypothesis? The research hypothesis will be accepted when a possible solution to the problem has been written in desired direction. The type of hypothesis is called directional hypothesis. The concept in a hypothesis are stated as variable. Which of the following statement is true in the context of the testing of hypothesis? It is only the null hypothesis that can be tested. Which of the following are defined? Which of the following uses are defined declarative hypothesis? The declaration of the relationship in a relationship among the variables. The expression of correlation among the variables. A working hypothesis is a provisionally accepted hypothesis for further research. A scientific theory. Identify the correct statement. Scientific hypothesis is a scientific theory. A good hypothesis should be precise, specific, consistent with most known facts, formulated in such a way that it can be tested by the data of limited scope, and should not have global significance. In the process of conducting research, formulation of hypothesis is followed by collection of data. What is research design? A framework for every stage of collection and analysis of data. Its generalized conclusion on the basis of a sample is technically known as data analysis and interpretation. Parameter inference, statistical inference. The essential qualities of a researcher are the spirit of free inquiry, reliance on observation, evidence, systematization, and authorization of knowledge. Which of the following is defined as a systematic method of evaluating the statistical data based on the results of several independent studies of the same problem? Meta-analysis. In order for a variable to be measured, a researcher must provide an over operational definition. In qualitative research paradigm, which of the following features may be considered theoretical? Data collection with bottom-up empirical evidence to test null hypothesis. A researcher uses G-square test. The term phenomenology is associated with the process of qualitative research. We use factorial analysis to know the difference among many variables. A statistical technique used for larger number of variables to establish whether there is a tendency of group to be unrelated is for vector analysis. In sampling, the lottery method is used for randomization. The important prerequisite of a research in scientific sciences or sciences and humanities are supervised topic critical analysis and patience. Which of the following sampling method is not based on probability quarter sampling? Which of the following sampling method is based on probability stratified sampling? A data collection method in which the researcher does not interact with the subject being studied are called an unobtrusive measure. In order to make a field research successful, the researcher must be creative. Population generalizability refers to the degree to which a sample presents the population of interested researcher is interested in studying the prospect of a particular political party in an urban area. What tools should he prefer for the study creating scale? Which of the following principles are followed in selection of research problems? Future orientation of a problem. Sampling cases means sampling of people, newspaper, television programs, the frequency distribution of research data, which systematically is similar to a normal distribution, but center peak is much higher in leptocortic sampling area decreases in the increase in sampling size. Which one of the following is a non-probability sampling purposive? The sequential operation in scientific research are theorization, generalization, elimination of spurious relations, covariation. Which of the following is not an example of a continuous variable intelligence? Which of the following variable cannot be expressed in quantitative terms? Professional attitudes, professional attitude, satisfactory professional attitude, a satisfactory statistical quantitative method should not be possess one of the following quantities: flexibility in participant observation research. The role of complete participant forces the researcher to be discreet about his research. When a researcher is not deceptive about the failed research, that this person is probably assuming the role of participant as observer. In mixed methods research, quantitative and qualitative findings should be integrated. Which of the following is not the method of research? Philosophical. Good research ethics means not disclosing the holdings of shares or stocks in a company that sponsors your research. Which one of the following belongs to the category of good research ethics? Conducting a review of the literature that acknowledges the contributions of the other people in the relevant field or relevant prior work. The advantage of synopsis is it clearly shows the way of research. It visualizes the various difficulties related with different steps of research. It helps in the planning various steps of the research. The synopsis of research is called blueprint, mapping of problem, base of a problem. The research paper's writing methodology has slight variation in reference to the standard maintained by the research journals, the interest of the researchers, the research traditions. Which of the following variables cannot be expressed in quantitative terms? Professional attitude. A research paper can be presented in journals, symposiums, seminars. Which of the following research reports should be reviewed in the light of methodological factors? The main purpose of a research paper is communicate the research. Who among the following generally prepare research papers? Which of the following a research paper is necessary to be published for all the teachers in higher education institutions? Who plays a pivotal role in the workshop? The expert. Which of the following is the steps of a research workshop? The presentation and explanation of the topic, the practice of following an approach, follow up and evaluation of a topic. A group of experts in a specific area of knowledge assemble at a place and prepare a syllabus for a new course. The process may be termed as workshop. A workshop is a brief, intensive discourse for a small group emphasizing the development of a skill or a technique for solving a specific problem. A seminar can be described as the interactional process of thinking, the process of promoting the reflective level, the process of nurturing the higher cognition. A seminar can be described as the sorry in the constituents of a seminar is lessons, speakers, organizer, chairman. When academicians are called to deliver lecture on presentation to an audience on certain topic or a set of topic of educational nature, it is called seminar. What are the advantages of a conference? Mutual exchange of ideas, development of a democratic values, the guidance of new researchers. A conference is a provision to discuss on various serious matters, educate solution of research problems, wider manipulation of research inference. Such conferences are meant for multiple target groups, group discussions showing new research. Which of the following activity potential for nurturing creative and critical thinking is relatively greater participation in research conference? In which of the following arrangement a wider spectrum of ideas and issues may be made possible conference? The main part of the research is title page, trunk region, posterior region. What are the sources to collect evidence in research? Primary and secondary sources. Whose consultation is required before preparing a thesis? Elder colleagues, supervisor, board, predecessors works. The title page of the research thesis should be brief and meaningful, scientific and logical, aesthetic and attractive. The significance of given preface in a thesis writing is to pay obeisance towards the research. The format of the thesis writing is same as the research dissertation. The thesis statement is an exertion in the thesis. Figure and tables are included in the text itself. There is a need for quality of labeling, page numbering and refinement in the graphical figures in a research artistic quality. The quality of a research thesis can be enhanced by giving good charts, flow diagrams, and systematic graphs. The proper reporting of a research finding should be done in a scientific and effective way. In which of the following reporting format is formally prescribed doctoral level thesis? Which of the following can be most appropriate method of a thesis writing? Scientific. Which of the following is an essential element of report writing? Research methodology, reference, conclusion, all of the above. A research thesis is generally compared with the human body. In spite of the differences existed in its different parts, it must have functional continuity. Good thesis writing should involve reduction of the words of prepare should be balanced and alert and humble. There is a provision of writing suggestions and recommendations at the last page of each thesis because it is merely a tradition. Both the core element of a dissertation are executive summary, literature review, data gathered, conclusion, bibliography. Bibliography given in research report shows the vast knowledge of the researcher. In finalizing a thesis writing format, which of the following would form part of supplementary pages? Bibliography and appendices. At the time of submission of a research thesis, the purpose of issuing a certificate by the supervisor to the researcher is to ensure authenticity of the research work. What is the advantage of writing a thesis in a scientific manner? It communicates globally. The quality of a research proposals will diminish when you will try to give extra importance to certain portion. Which one of the following is an indication of the quality of a research journal? Impact factor. An article is a topic as specific as in the introduction section of a topic. Article contains the region of the conducted study theoretical framework. Samples of the article is included in which section of the article. Writing methodology. Which of the following instances are considered the basic component of a computer: keyboard, CPU, monitor? Which of the following is the phase of a research process? Conceptual phase, empirical phase, analytical phase. In which phase of research process data storage is done? Empirical phase. The problem of research ethics is concerned with which aspect of research activities? Evidence-based research reporting. A good researcher raises his hands on a specific area and try to understand it in minute details. Which of the following is susceptible to the issue of research ethics for faulty research design? Which of the following is ethical transgression to defy ethical principles? Research is not considered ethical if it is not of a very high standard. Which of the following is the most valid reason for recognizing our own values? In spirit of research, it allows us to be honest with ourselves about what may influence our research. The assumptions are formulated on the basis of university, cultural background of a country. The research work is not influenced by the course of some other researchers. The justification explains the adequacy of the research. Each part of research should be justifiable. The ethics in research is related to scientific method, humanity, reliability. To which of the following ethics is related? Beliefs of the person, nature of the law, civil principles and rights. The issue of research ethics may be considered pertinent at which stage of research? At the stage of reporting the findings. In order to inculcate the ethical values in the research, it is essential that it should be in accordance with the researcher's abilities. A researcher should consider himself an open-minded and ethical. Which of the following precautions should be kept in mind by a researcher during the selection of a representative sample? Keep deep knowledge of the target population. The polluted facts can give birth to the polluted facts can give birth to polluted research. When a researcher is engaged in research in a subjective manner, the result would be inadequate formulation of objectives, inadequate selection of apparatus, inadequate collection of data. If a researcher had the quality of exploration by the fine skills in his field of research, the research would be value-oriented. When a researcher do not possess the quality of collection of the facts from social environment, such research will not be a pure research. Suppose a researcher has some prejudices in relation to some problem, then research carried out by him is called polluted research. In context of ethical issues, a researcher should consider himself as a value-oriented person. Value-oriented process. While writing research report, a researcher must not use the numerical figure in numbers in the beginning of sentences, must arrange it in logical, topical, and chronological order, must compare his results with those of other studies. For, for doing external criticism, for establishing the authority of data, a researcher must verify the signature and handwriting of the author of the paper and ink used in the period which is under study. The study of prose writing of that period. The research scholars think that when a little extension will be made in this dissertation, it will be equivalent to the degree of PhD in this area, denotes the illusion on the part of researcher. The value of research has been lost when a researcher behavior becomes prejudiced. A researcher becomes hallucinations. A researcher feels agreement with imaginary assumptions. The ethical norms in research do not involve guidelines for thesis format. The essence of communication is sharing and understanding. Which type of communication is called a public relation? External communication. Which of the following is not an audio media of communication? Personal demonstration. Which one among the following developed the most widely model of communication process? Shannon and Weber. Which of the following define the nature of communication? Communication can weighted in every area of human existence. Communication has both elements of science and art. It involves a systematic and continuous process of speaking, listening, and understanding. Which of the following the type of formal communication probabilities network? Under which type of formal communication a subordinate communicates with his immediate superior as well as second superior inverted with network. Formal communication is based upon the organizational escalation to decode a message, to interpret a message. Which model of which model of communication is not applicable in general human communication? Linear model, SMRC model of communication, was given by David Barlow. Horizontal communication implies the interchange of information and ideas among the person at the same level of authority. The contents of the messaging communication process opinion. Formal channel of communication refers to the path of communication which is officially created by the management. Learning to communicate with others is key to establishing rewarding relationships. Feedback is a listener's verbal or non-verbal response to a message. And first theorist to develop communication as a significant aspect of organizational behavior is Bernard. Which of the following implies that the message or the teacher should be sincerely polite, judicious, reflective, and enthusiastic? Courtesy. The audience and feedback are two main components of intrapersonal communication. Better classroom communication management means prior preparation of teacher in the making of suitable aids, moving around the room to identify pupils having creative problems. Which of the following method of communication is the most effective multimedia method? Grapevine communication means informal communication. Which of the following are the characteristics of communication? Understanding of characteristics of communication, understanding of message. In the communication process, the receiver is the person who decodes the message. In order to understand the message is understood by the receiver correctly, it is desirable to have feedback. Which of the following is an example of non-verbal message contact? In the messaging communication should be consistent. The term blog was coined by Peter Marhol. About communication takes the form of report, requests, suggestions, and grievances. Usually, people are interact with media and questioning. Twitter was created by Jack Dorsey, Noah Glass, Stone, and Ivan Williams. Communication is a powerful relating to creating understanding among people, facilitates work, strengthens collective living among people. In communication process, information occurs in how many directions? 3. Where accuracy of communication is important, then which communication type is desirable? Two-way communication. Communication can be sent through a variety of channels that include oral, written, electronic. A message is a signal that serves noise reducer. Who is the founder of WhatsApp? Brian Acton Jan Koum. Which of the following is said to be powerful in terms of communication knowledge? The headquarters of utilize in which country of the world? USA. The English word communication is derived from the word communis and communicare. Which of the following are the features of effective and efficient communication? Less expenditure of money, minimized time. Communication means transferring or conveying thoughts, views, emotions, or information through specific signals and symbols. Communicating the message to each individual personally rather than a message hung on a board will be effective communication. Communication is the transmission of information, and meaning. Which of the following is the most fundamental component of the manager's job communicating? Expressive communication is driven by encoder's personality characteristics. The choice of communication partner is influenced by the factors of proximity, utility, and loneliness. Every communicator has to experience anticipatory excitement. Which of one of the following is correct? Efficient communication minimize time and cost involved in the exchange process. Every type of communication is affected by context. In interpersonal communication, ethics are important. Another name for the interpersonal communication is dynamic communication. Interpersonal communication occurs only when an individual interacts with another person as a unique individual. Intrapersonal communication helps one learn about oneself. In organization communication can be regulated with group communication. The type of communication that the teacher has in the classroom is called face-to-face communication. Conversing with the spirit and ancestors is termed as transpersonal communication. A good communicator begins its letter presentation with the icebreaker, the mode of communication that involves a single source transmitting information to a larger number of receivers simultaneously is called mass communication. In the field of communication, the word mass is used to refer both common people, large number of people. Which of the following are the basic component of mass communication? Mass audiences, mass messages, mass media. Users who use media for their own ends are identified as active audience in communication. The language is non-verbal code. Formal communication can move upward, downward, horizontal. The term grapevine is also known as upward communication. Which of the following communication is official or formal? Formal communication usually flows in six directions. Which of the following communication is unofficial and informal? According to Cat Davis, how many types of grapevine chain can occur? 4. Which of the following is the commonest grapevine chain in the organization? Cluster chain. Which of the following is not true about the grapevine? Managers usually welcome its existence. Imagine you are working in an educational institution where people are of equal status. Which method of communication is best suited and normally employed in such a context? Horizontal communication. In the classroom, the teacher sends the message either as word or image. The students are really decoders. In the process of communication, which one of the following is in the chronological order? Communicator, message, medium, receiver, effect. The center of image information expresses its idea into words, symbols, or signs to convey the message. This is known as encoding. In circular communication, the encoder becomes a decoder when there is feedback. Which of the following can hamper the process of communication? Noise. The process of communication runs through all of the sender receiver channel. In the communication process, to encode means to transmit ideas into a code. Which of the following stage of communication process include the conversion of symbols into meaningful information? Encoding. Which of the three components are part of the main communication process? Message, noise, feedback. Which of the following are the stages of communication process for encoding, decoding? A teacher decides to form 6 groups of students and assign a sub-theme to each group for discussion and reporting. Which kind of communication model will be best to describe her strategy in this regard? Transactional model. Which of the following is also known as the circular model of communication? Transactional model of communication. The linear model was founded by Aristotle Shannon Weber, who supported the interactional model of communication. Aristotle David Burlow Weber breakdown in the verbal communication is described as unevenness. Which of the following is are advantages of having written communication? Message can be revised several times. It is a permanent record that can be saved. Receiver has more time to analyze the message. The term keep it short and simple is most used in which communication? Verbal. Aspects of the voice rather than voice, other than speech, are language. Kinesics, progemics, and paralanguage are part of which of the following communication? Non-verbal. The non-verbal messages are contradictory. It is said that most people believe in non-verbal messages. Which of the following would influence the effectiveness of communication in classroom instruction and critical way? Teaching style preferred by the teacher while transacting. Positive classroom communication leads to persuasion. Classroom communication of a teacher rests on the principle of edutainment. Each teacher can select the best opinion to ensure your effective presence in the class. Adoption of well-established posture. Identify the important element a teacher has to take cognizance of while addressing students in a classroom. Voice modulation. So the following is not a principle of effective communication. One-way transfer of information. Classroom communication is the basis of social identity. The classroom communication should essentially be empathetic. In a classroom, the probability of message reception can be enhanced by establishing a viewpoint. Effectiveness of communication can be traced from which of the following. Sorry, classroom communication can be described as discourse. Class, sorry. A classroom communication must be student-centric. Effective communication presupposes understanding in a classroom. Where communicators' trust level is determined by eye contact. In communicating in a classroom situation, which one of the following propositions would be considered most appropriate, empathetic, and pragmatic? Which of the following is a powerful determinant for effective assertive communication, whether written or spoken? Messages. What are the barriers to effective communication? Moralizing, being judgmental, comments of consolation. A jargon means a specified language for a particular group of people. Which of the following is a barrier to effective communication associated with the media and channel information overland, which causes a lot of irrelevant information to be lost? Volume of information. Media is known as fourth state. Who said that media is the mechanism of change of society? Dennis McQuell. Which of the following clearly defines the function of mass media? Sorry. Which of the following are types of social media? Instagram, blog, YouTube, Facebook was launched in which year? 2004. Instagram was launched in 2010. Bengal Gazette was the first newspaper in India. Was started in 1780 by James August Trce, the largest circulated daily newspaper among the following is the Times of India. Communication by new media such as computer, tele, shopping, internet, and mobile telephony is termed as interactive communication. Prasar Bharati is also known as Broadcasting Corporation of India. Radio Broadcasting commenced in India in 1923. PIB stands for Press Information Bureau. The first multilingual news agency of India was Hindustan Samachar. India's largest news agency is PTI. The term yellow journalism refers to sensationalism and exaggeration to attract readers and viewers. The pioneer of silent feature film in India was Dada Saheb Phalke. Press censorship in India was imposed during the tenure of the Prime Minister Indira Gandhi. Children's Film Society of India was established in 1955. Which of the following is not the feature of environment? Environment does not generate its organic matter and depends on other environment for these matters. Elements of environment are lithosphere, atmosphere, hydrosphere, and biosphere. The existence of atmosphere on Earth is due to the gravitational force of the Earth. Beginning of the surface of Earth, what is the sequence of different layers of atmosphere? Troposphere, stratosphere, ionosphere, exosphere. In which of the following layers of the atmosphere ozone O3 gas is present? Stratosphere. Biosphere is a thin cell of organic matter on the surface of the earth comprising of all the living things. Millennium Development Goal can be adopted in which year? 2000. United Nations headquarters lies in New York. Which of the following are the goals of Millennium Development Goals? To eradicate extreme poverty and hunger, to improve material health. In which year Millennium Development Goals were replaced by the Sustainable Development Goals? 2016. The development that meets the needs of the present without compromising the ability of the future generations to meet their own needs. Refers to Sustainable Development Goals. How many goals are there in Sustainable Development Goals? 17. Sustainable Development Goals have a specific target to be achieved by 2030. Which of the following anthropogenic activity accounts for more than 2/3 of global water? Agriculture. One of the anthropogenic sources of gaseous pollutants, chlorofluorocarbons (CFC) in air is from industry. The environment which has been modified by human activities is called anthropogenic environment. The factors which are most important in determining the impact of anthropogenic activities on environment are population affluence on per person and the technology used for exploiting resources. Which of the following is not the anthropogenic activity weathering industrialization results in overexploitation of resources, air pollution, water pollution, deforestation is the result of industrialization, urbanization, agricultural activities. Agricultural activities result in deforestation, water pollution, land degradation. Which of the following activities leads to the destruction of the environment? Mining, industrialization, use of fossil fuel. Which of the following poses a threat for marine ecosystem? Chemical oil spill, burning of fossil fuel releases which gas in high quantity carbon dioxide, and environmental degradation takes place due to population explosion. Mining activities result in land degradation, soil erosion, loss of biodiversity. People of each region depends mainly on livestock. Middle Asia. Direct impact of people on environment includes land use, construction, mining. Acid pollution is indicated by using burning of fossil fuel is the main source of pollution due to sulfur dioxide. Identify the pollutant in urban areas which irritates eyes and also respiratory tract of human beings. Surface ozone and atmospheric pollutant is CO2. Which of the following is considered a major source of pollution in rivers of India? Untreated sewage. Noise pollution is measured in decibels. Domestic waste constitutes biodegradable pollutants. Pollution. Carbon dioxide. Carbon monoxide affects mainly which one of the following carbon carrying capacity of blood? Which of the following pollutant is the major cause of respiratory disease? Violent organic compounds. Volatile organic compounds. Fly ash produced in thermal power plant is an eco-friendly resource for use in agriculture as micronutrient, wasteland development, dam and water holding structures, brick industry. Which of the following pollutant gas is not produced both naturally as a result of industrial and as a result of industrial activity? Chlorofluorocarbon, the dominant source of pollutant due to oxides of nitrogen and NOx in urban area is commercial sector. The water pollution of a river is measured by amount of ozone dissolved in water. Which of the following is not a waterborne disease? Dengue. Acid rain is due to increase in the concentration of acid when NO2. Which of the following is the largest source of water pollution in major rivers of India? Untreated sewage. Which of the following forms a toxic substance in bone by combining with hemoglobin or carbon monoxide? The most hazardous metal pollutant of automobile exhausts is lead. In inside rural homes, the sources of nitrogen oxide pollutant may be untreated gas stoves, wood stoves, kerosene heaters. In the recently launched air quality index in India, which one of the following pollutant is not included? Chlorofluorocarbons. Which of the following is not a pollutant from exhaust of motor vehicles? Fly ash. India's contribution to total global carbon dioxide emission is about approx 6%. Which one of the following dissolves more rapidly in blood hemoglobin than oxygen carbon monoxide? Which of the following pollutant can cause cancer in humans? Lead. The color of Taj Mahal may be affected by air pollutants from Mathura refinery. The primary source of organic pollution in freshwater bodies is sewage effluents. In the term of total CO2 emission from a country, identify the correct sequence. China greater than US, greater than India, greater than Russia. Most abundant water pollutant is industrial waste. DDT is a non-degradable pollutant. The smoke in cities in India mainly consists of oxides of nitrogen and unburned hydrocarbons. Ultraviolet radiations from sunlight causes many skin diseases which are prevented by ozone. Which of the following is a source of emissions leading to the eventual formation of surface ozone as a pollutant? Refrigeration and air conditioning. Modes of controlling pollution in large cities include cleanliness and less use of insecticides. Proper disposal of organic waste, sewage and industrial effluents. broader roads and lifting of factories out of the residential areas. In Imata, disaster in Japan was caused by mercury. Increased asthmatic effect on certain areas are related to asthmatic attack in certain regions are related to inhalation of seasonal pollens. Biomagnification means increasing the concentration of pollutants in living organisms. Ozone depletion in interstitial cancers shall result in increasing incidence of cancer, skin cancer. The major pollution causing agent is man. Which of the following is the major concern of environmental issues? Air pollution, water pollution, soil pollution. The main causes of air pollution is burning of fossil fuels, agricultural activities, exhaust from factories and industries. The source of carbon monoxide, hydrocarbon, organic compound is manufacturing industries, burning of fossil fuels, petroleum refineries release hydrocarbons. Which of the following consists of the primary air pollutants CO2, CFC, CO? Which primary pollutant is produced when a substance containing carbon is born? CO2. The product of breathing and fermentation is CO2. CO2 stands for carbon monoxide, which pollutant lowers the amount of oxygen that enters our blood and can slow over reflexes and make us confused and sleepy. CO, which pollutant contains carbon, chlorine, and fluorine. CFC, the main source, sulfur dioxide. The source of sulfur dioxide is oil smelters, oil refineries, coils. The source of ground level ozone is vehicles, industries, ozone pollutant causes itching in eyes, lowers our resistance to cold, pneumonia. CH4 stands for methane. The source of lead air pollutant is batteries, hair dye products, dye products, smelters. Suspended particulate matter consists of solids in the air in the form of smoke, dust, vapor. Secondary air pollutant is fly ash, Los Angeles smog, London smog. Smog is a combination of fog, smoke. Another name of a photochemical smog is Los Angeles smog. Los Angeles smog is formed due to chemical nitrogen oxide, ozone, hydrocarbons. Heavy smoke results in deficiency of vitamin D production, rickets, deficiency in breathing. Defects of Los Angeles smoke can be seen through irritation in eyes, lung damages. Fly ash consists of aluminum silicate, silicon dioxide, calcium dioxide, which pollutant lowers the plant yields. Fly ash. The National Ambient Air Quality Standard was revised in November 2008 for pollutants like lead, ozone, benzene, in which year noise pollution included in the Air Act PCP 1988. India's first air quality index was launched in which year 2015. Which of the following are the important sources of water pollution? Agricultural wastes, industrial wastes, domestic wastes. Due to which type of water pollution, oxygen level decreases into water and new species take over. Thermal water pollution. Which of the following are the sources of noise pollution? Cloud, thunder, tornado, sound from industrial machines. The effect of noise pollution can be temporary or permanent. Deafness, abortion. It weakens the edifice of buildings. The source of soil pollution is nuclear wastes, agricultural wastes, industrial wastes. Wastes can be of solid, liquid, biomedical. The source of radioactive pollution is plastics, nuclear fallout. The radioactive pollution can be resulted in acute radiation syndrome, cancer, Bikini Atoll and Rocky Flat plants in Colorado are examples of which type of pollution radioactive. Important measures to control plastic waste pollution is to promote to promote plastic recycling, to use the biodegradable packaging instead of plastics, to decrease the use of plastics in medical equipment. The source of liquid waste is water. Wastewater from household, industrial wastewater, organic wastewater, liquid waste disposal consists of watering, sedimentation, composting. Medical wastes can be of solid, liquid. The source of medical waste is discarded blood, laboratory waste, human cells, animal tissue, source of hazardous pesticides, plant solvents, aerosols, cylinders, in which your world's first microfactory was developed, which can transform the components of electronic waste items into valuable materials for reuse. 2018. The greenhouse effect involves warming of the Earth's surface and the troposphere. Which one of the following gases is not a greenhouse gas? Hydrogen. Which one of the following greenhouse gases has the shortest residence time in the atmosphere? Chlorofluorocarbon. Which of the following is the main cause of global warming? Burning of fossil fuel. Sea level rises primarily as a result of melting of glaciers. Which of the following result of climate change? Rise in sea level. Change in the ocean currents leads to late arrival of monsoon, heavy rainfall, impact of socio-economic life of people. Among the following fuels of energy, which is the most environment-friendly biogas? A geographical unit that collects, stores, and releases water is a water set. The maximum loss of forest in India is caused by agriculture. Deforestation during the recent decades has led to soil erosion, landslides, loss of biodiversity. Deforestation leads to an increase in atmospheric carbon dioxide because decaying trees release carbon dioxide. Living trees remove carbon dioxide from the atmosphere by photosynthesis. Burning wood releases carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. The water suitable for drinking is potable water. Indian government's target for producing power from biomass in the year 2022 is 10 megawatt. Which of the following combinations represent renewable natural gases, renewable natural resources, clean air, phosphates, and biological diversity? The population of India is about 1.2 billion. Take the average consumption of energy per person per year. India has 30 megajoules. If this consumption is met by carbon-based fuels and rates of carbon emissions per kilojoules is 15 to 10 power 6 kg, then total carbon emission per year from India will be 2,400 million metric ton. Which of the following is measured by the porometer? Soil salinity. In the soil's fertility can be increased by growing more of leguminous plants. In which of the country per capita use of water is maximum? USA. Which of the following is not a renewable natural resource? Fertile soil. Which of the following type of energy resources can last indefinitely for a very long time due to judicious use? Renewable. Bitumen is obtained from crude oil. The ultimate source of energy is sun. The source of energy of the sun is nuclear fusion. Biosphere refers to the visual surface of the sun from where the radiation emits. The first fuel used in the conventional nuclear reactor is uranium. The thermal power generation in India is carried out by burning coal. The phrase tragedy of commons is in the context of degradation of renewable free excess resources. Which one of the following is not a renewable energy source? Coal. The nuclear fuel used in the fast breeders reactor is thorium. Which of the following causes the least pollution when burnt? Natural gas. Biogas is produced as a byproduct of anaerobic breakdown and fermentation of biomass. The main constituent of biogas is methane. Hydroelectric power is produced with the help of dams, renewable energy source, not contributing to global warming. The second most important source after fossil fuel contributing to India's energy need is hydropower. In India, oil is mostly found in sedimentary rocks. Which of the following is a conventional source of energy? Coal. The percentage share of renewable energy source in the power production in India is around 22 to 25%. CNG stands for compressed natural gas. The compressed natural gas. Chipko movement was launched in which year in Uttarakhand? 1973. Which movement was started in Rajasthan in 1730 to serve trees from the Maharaja of Jodhpur? Bishnoi movement. Apiko movement was started in 1973 in which place? Uttarakhand. Narmada movement took place in 1985. Alluvial soil is found in which place of India? Punjab, Haryana, Bihar. Which soil is very important for cotton, sugarcane, bios, oilseeds, and tobacco crops? For like soil, saline soil is also known as color, sorry, Kalar, Usar, Rakar, or all of these. Red and yellow soils are suitable for which crops? Rubber, coffee rubber. The effect of seed erosion can be seen in which of the following states of India? Rajasthan. The effect of its splash erosion can be seen in which place of India? Madhya Pradesh with northeast region. Chota Nagpur. Which of the following types of natural disasters has no definite beginning and end? Earthquakes. Which is the main cause of the occurrence of tsunami? Because of ocean floor movement induced by a earthquake and producing gigantic waves. The main effect of volcanic eruption is flying of ash contents. Which of the following is a method to prevent flood? Leaves, sorry, leavage, winding mills, winding streams, efficient sewage system. Which of the following natural hazard is not hydrometeorological? Sea erosion. Two earthquakes A and B happen to be of magnitude 5 and 6 respectively on Richter scale. The ratio of the energy released EB/A will be approximately approx 32. Which of the following phenomenon is not a natural hazard? Chemical contamination. Which of the following is an effective protection against the cyclone and tsunami? Forests. The National Disaster Management Authority functions under the Union Ministry of Home Affairs. Lahar is a natural disaster involving eruption of a large amount of material. The cyclone would lie at the coast of which state? Andhra Pradesh. Hit the coast of which Pradesh? Andhra Pradesh. Which of the following types of natural hazards have the highest potential to cause damage to homes, droughts, and floods? Important measures to mitigate a landslide is lesser. Sorry. The downslope movement of snow and rocks is avalanches. Important measures to mitigate forest fire is scientific methods should be employed to control fires in forest areas wherever such as event occurs so that damage is contained and confined to smaller possible areas. Which of the following is the objective of natural solar mission of NAPCC to create solar energy competition with fossil fuel based energy option, in which a national action plan on climate change was launched 2008? How many missions were launched under NAP in 2008? Applied. 8. Which of the following is a part of National Action Plan on Climate Change? National Mission for a Green India, National National Water Mission, National Solar Mission, National Mission for Sustainable Agriculture. The work of forests include these: provides oxygen to breathe, these reduce greenhouse gases, these hold soil at its place. India has promoted protected area about 721. Nagoya Protocol is related to biodiversity. Biodiversity is described as the range of different species in an environment. Which of the following can damage can sorry which of the following can be which of the following can be threats to the biodiversity of a geographical area? Global warming, fragmentation of habitats, invasion of alien species. Which of the following provisions are directly covered in the Environment Protection Act 1986? Protection and improvement of quality of environment, preventing, controlling, and abating environmental pollution. In which country the recent international agreement on phasing out the hydrofluorocarbon HFCs was signed? Rwanda. Kyoto Protocol is related to climate change. The main aim of Kyoto Protocol is to reduce emission of 6 greenhouse gases level lower than those of 1990, which is part of national climate change policy. India government is planning to raise the installed capacity of renewable energy by the year 2030 to 350 gigawatt in order to avoid catastrophic consequences of the climate change. There is general agreement among the countries of the world to limit the rise in average surface temperature of Earth compared to that of pre-industrial times, 1.5 degrees Celsius to 2 degrees Celsius. Which of the following source of methane? Water, wasteland. Match list 1 with list 2. Rio Summit, 1992, Johannesburg Earth Summit. to join Kyoto Protocol, 1997, Stockholm Conference, 1972. Thank you.